Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to show 221 with yours truly, the hippie pastor. Peace, man. Okay, before we get right into the subject of this show, there's something an important announcement I would like to make. It is the greatest, I think, lie in the history of humanity that one single country is the chosen people of God. This is ridiculous. It's just as ridiculous as the horror story of eternal fire and for those who fail God. Eternal fire, flames and fire for eternity. This is ridiculous to say that there's one country on the planet that is God's special chosen people. Bullshit and baloney. Okay? And this is not even promoted by that country in particular. It's promoted by Christians. Christians who go around kissing ass to that one country that they claim is the true and one and only special chosen people of God. Christians go around kissing their ass. I wish they would kiss my ass. So, in defiance and in rebellion to this worldwide lie created by Christians of the ass-kissing sort, I declare here and now, the hippie pastor declareth, that every show, by the end of the month of each month, I will pronounce a country which will be God's special chosen people on the face of the planet. So each country on the face of the planet will have a month in which they will be God's special chosen people for the following month. So this month we have chosen the country of Afghanistan. You heard correctly. Afghanistan are the true, one and only chosen people of God for the month of this month coming, the month of July. Afghanistan is God's one and only true chosen people on the entire planet. I hereby declare. Let us get right into the topic of the show. As you may have noticed, the title of the show is, I hope that they steal your cell phone. You heard correctly. I hope that they steal your cell phone. People going around, everybody now, the whole planet is stuck on the set texting. They're riding a bicycle, they're texting. They're walking, they're texting. They're driving the car, they're texting. They're fucking their wife, they're texting and taking pictures. Oh my God, what is the world coming to? I remember back now you would sit in a public bus, right? And everybody's texting with their earplugs. Nobody communicates with one another anymore. They prefer to communicate with somebody more intelligent on the other side of that cell phone. And then they go around walking the sidewalk all distracted with these expensive cell phones texting. And two guys come in a motorcycle and rip off their phone and rob it. And then they start crying. Oh, my expensive cell phone. It was just stolen. I get so happy when I see those moments. Good for them. Good that they stole it. Living in a make-believe fantasy world. What is this? Before on the public buses, we used to sit together. You look for a babe, a hot babe. If you're heterosexual like me, or you're a woman, you look for a cute man and try to sit next to, and start up the conversation. And sometimes and many times end up in the bed of love. Make love, not war. Bed of love. There was human contact, man. I used to love, the one thing I loved about New York City subways is that the seats are facing each other. Like if you go on a Washington, D.C. subway, they're not. They're all looking in a different direction. They're all looking straight ahead. Right? So you just see the back of the neck or the back of the head of the other guy. But New York City subways were created in such a way I think they were created that way for social purposes, so people can have to look at each other and maybe start up a conversation. You look at the cute babe with the little mini skirt. You look at the dude with his tank top and his muscle arms, etc. And you communicate. There was more eye contact, man. Eye contact. Now, who the hell makes eye contact? They're trying to avoid you. Everybody's busy texting and listening to music with their earplugs and talking to somebody. It's been always the funniest thing to me when I see let's say an SUV, right, and a family, and on a Sunday they're going for a Sunday ride. Yeah, we're all going for a Sunday ride, the whole family. Tell me about it. And each one is on their own cell phone during the ride. Ain't that some shit? I mean, they're giving the other people a message. I'm trying to talk to somebody more intelligent than you. Before, they go out for a Sunday ride, everybody be, talking to each other. Hey, pass me that reefer. Pass me the joint. Hey, let's keep talking. Hey, you look so cute today. What about it? How about it? What'd you do this week? What's up? What's up? Talking, communication between human beings. Now they're all privately on their freaking cell phones. Everybody's having a private, and they're all in the same car, and nobody's talking to one another. Or each one is on the cell phone talking to somebody more intelligent or interesting than the people that surround him. I think that's an insult to the people that are there. But they're all insulting each other, so what the heck? But I get so overjoyed when I see somebody their cell phone get snatched. Good for them. Snatch that motherfucker. They should be paying attention when they're walking down the street. I ain't lying what I'm going to tell you, because I don't walk with my cell phone. I leave my cell phone home like if it was a home phone. So some of my homies, they get all upset at me and they say, Hey there, hippie pastor. How come you don't answer your calls? I don't answer my calls because I was out. You were out, but you got a cell phone. Yeah, I got a cell phone. The cell phone's in the house. I don't take it out. I take the dogs for a walk. And then you see people walking dogs, and they got the dogs on the leash, sometimes two dogs, and they're there with the cell phone. And the dog's shitting, trying to shit and piss, and they're so busy with the fucking cell phone and not paying attention, the dog would be shitting on their shoe, and they wouldn't notice. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And I ain't joking. I seen this dude, right, I'm walking on the sidewalk, and this big dude, tall, young guy, doing the same thing, with the cell phone, walking and so on. And he bumped into a telephone pole. I shit you not. I seen another event, and this happens, I've seen this more than once, that, they're walking with the cell phone, and they step on dog shit. and then you can see them wiping, on the curb, trying to get the dog shit off their shoe, and they're still holding the cell phone. I say, good for you. I hope your shoe smells like shit. And then, another thing, see all kind of events like this, that have to do with the cell phone, then you see girls or guys, getting on a bus. They're getting on a public bus, and they won't let go of the stupid cell phone, and they're even having a conversation, and they're trying to pay the bus driver to get in, and the bus driver's talking to them, and they don't have enough change, and then they're trying to look for some change, and they still don't let go of the cell phone. They're still there talking on the cell phone, and whatever, and at the same time, the bus driver's talking to them, and they can't pay attention because they're on the cell phone, and they can't find the change, and holy shit. What's up? Where is this going to take us? Ladies and gentlemen, I can't wait for the day when them, when they have this third world war, they're talking about they're going to knock out the internet, internationally. And we'll have to go back to living the way it used to be. Communication between human beings. None of this, we're all wrapped up. And those cell phones are bad for your brain. Look at the children, all the nasty ass diseases now, mental issues that that they're declaring the psychologists, and they give medication to our kids, for attention deficit disorder. Attention deficit, your mama. That's too much cell phone and too much computer. I'm over now. Love you guys. Okay, don't forget, it's July. Afghanistan is the chosen special, one and only chosen special people of God on the planet Earth. Thank you.